how can we bring comfort and peace into our own lives for ourselves? I understand that all of these things require a little bit of delusion. Hello friends, my name is Cassie and welcome back to my channel. I ordinarily make vlogs, but today I wanted to pop in for a little chat about self-care. And I named this video How to Be Your Own Best Friend because a lot of what I'm going to be talking about in this video is mostly just mindset shifts that I have made to help me actually take care of myself. It's hard to do. We are ever changing and evolving over time, and what we need changes from day to day and from year to year, hour to hour, minute to minute. This concept of being my own friend is something that has really made it easier for me to take care of myself because I love my friends and I consider myself a really good friend. I think I'm a good listener. I think I'm good at seeing what my friends need. What I'm going to be talking about today is really all in the vein of reflecting that care and that kind of mindset back onto yourself. Nothing I'm going to be saying in this video is groundbreaking. Hopefully I will present it in a way that makes it really resonate with you. I think a lot of self-help, self-care content is very similar, and it's all about finding the mindset and the phrasing that works best for you. So I have found a couple things that have worked for me and I'm excited to share them with you. A little bit about my history with mental health. I really didn't start experiencing what I would call true depression or anxiety symptoms until 2020. When COVID hit, I was about to enter my senior year of college. Starting in 2020 and until now, I graduated college, I moved to New York City where I now live. It's just been a whirlwind, and I feel like I feel things much deeper than I used to, in some ways in an amazing way, and in some ways that means I feel a lot sadder and more stressed, and I just feel a lot more as I have entered this adult realm. It has been a little over a 3-year journey at this point, figuring out how to actually take care of myself. I'm very honest in my vlogs about my mental health and how it ebbs and flows, and such is life, such will be life forever. But for me, I have really tried to continue caring for myself in all stages because it's what I deserve. So I've sorted this chat into 4 specific tips or categories: mothering yourself, othering yourself, comfort, and quality time. So these are all ways that we would interact with our friends, just reflected back onto us. And I'm gonna give you some examples of what that looks like. I also probably have this video time-stamped so that you can click through it and make sure you subscribe, because I chat about this stuff in vlogs all the time, just like little bite-sized pieces, and yeah, I would love to hang out with you. Starting with mothering yourself, this is your basic needs. My mom was a stay-at-home mom when I was a kid, so she was truly there all the time taking care of me and my brother. Not everybody has this example, and I think this is an opportunity for us to figure out the ways that we need to be taken care of, either through the example of our mother figure in childhood or the things that we didn't get that maybe we can now give our inner child, our younger selves, but the self that we are today. So this is really things like packing myself snacks if I know I'm gonna be out all day, making sure I'm drinking enough water, cooking myself meals that include vegetables and protein and carbohydrates, and getting enough sleep. Everything that the ideal mother would provide to her baby or child, I am trying to provide for myself. And thinking of it as this sort of mother relationship with myself puts a sense of obligation in a nurturing way, rather than I guess I have to cook dinner right now. It's like, I need to cook dinner right now because I need to take care of myself as I would if I had a child. And there's a reason I don't have a child right now, because sometimes even doing this for myself is a battle. But starting here has really helped me, be far more consistent in taking care of my basic needs. The next concept is kind of an extension of this, but is to other yourself. And this for me looks like thinking of my future self as a separate person from me. Stay with me. I know it sounds crazy. For example, I just made dinner. I have a sink full of dirty dishes. And my roommate won't mind if I leave dishes in the sink for an evening or for the night. But future Cassie will probably mind when she wakes up in the morning and she has to go to work all day, but she wants to get the dishes done before she goes to work, but she's kind of rushing in the morning. Future Cassie is gonna feel stressed and frustrated when she sees the sink of dirty dishes. Present Cassie can take care of future Cassie by doing the dishes now. So this for me is basically a way to get myself to clean, organize, or prepare for a situation. I will do some cleaning because my future self will enjoy coming home to a clean place or clean sheets at the end of the day. Organize something because future Cassie deserves an organized space. This is especially important for me when it comes to like preparing in advance for something, packing a lunch, or I often set out my clothes the night before, thinking about how can I best set up future Cassie for success so that she needs to make the least choices possible so that I, if I am in the headspace to do so, can do more of the work for her. I sometimes walk around and I see that my clothes are all set out. I'm like, damn, thanks, past Cassie. I'll go to the grocery store, I'll buy a block of cheese to eat as a snack, I'll chop it up, I go in the fridge, I forgot I cut up the cheese. Past Cassie, you are an angel. Thank you for cutting this block of cheese for me. Now I can just eat it with my crackers as an easy snack. So basically, pretending your future self is a different person. I understand that all of these things require a little bit of delusion. The good news is you're practicing them all in your head. You don't have to tell anyone you're doing this. You don't have to tell anyone. Right now I'm being my own mom by making these pieces of broccoli. Right now I am thinking about myself as a separate person from my future self because otherwise I'm simply not gonna get the tasks done that I will need to set myself up for success. Honestly, it's just like building good rapport with yourself. You're like, thanks girl, got you, like past to future. It's really cool and it's nice. Next up, we have comfort. If you had a friend who was going through a stressful emotional situation or had a really long day, how would you comfort them? And for me, this is often talking. So for a self-care perspective, that would be maybe like writing in a journal. I love journaling. I just totally stream of consciousness, write whatever I'm thinking. Maybe you would make them a cup of tea or a snack. Maybe you make yourself a cup of tea. Maybe that just means like sitting and taking deep breaths, doing a little stretch, like whatever it is that you would do for a friend. Go on a walk with them, get them a treat. Do it for yourself. I swear to God, it feels great. It feels really great to take that time to legitimately like do an act of care. And I know that's like the major self-care umbrella that we hear about is taking the bath or lighting a candle. It's important to include in this conversation, I think. In any friendship or relationship, you do these things as a way to comfort your loved ones. And how can we bring comfort and peace into our own lives for ourselves? And finally, quality time. This is something that I have really tried to lean into these past few months and has made a huge difference in how I feel about my relationship with myself and spending time alone. I've tried to spend less time on devices. I still spend a lot of time on devices, but I've tried to spend less and be more intentional about the time that I am spending alone. So some of the activities that I like to do by myself are having a dance party, making some art. I've been watercoloring a lot lately, or working on a project. I just moved into this apartment at the beginning of April. For a while I had lots of house projects to do. I had lots of organizing, decorating, and I would just turn on music and spend some time taking care of my space. Or I'll turn on a podcast and do a few watercolors or read a book. But the key is making this time intentional and really tuning in, listening to what fun activity do I want to do right now? Like what would I do with a pal? And I love parallel play with my friends. Like sometimes I'll be reading a book, my friend will be reading a book, they're doing homework, I'm editing a vlog, it's lovely. And how can you parallel play with yourself? It all comes back to what would you do with your friends who you feel the most comfortable and seen and loved by in the whole world, who you can be yourself around. And it's hard to be ourselves around ourselves. How can we bring that comfort to us? Those are my 4 little categories I wanted to chat through, but I also just wanted to briefly mention the role of discipline in all of this. At the end of the day, if the mindset, inspiration piece doesn't work for you, discipline in the form of proving to yourself that you can do something has really worked for me. I talked about this in a vlog recently, but there's a graphic that I really love by sort of a fitness influencer that I follow on Instagram that I really love, that talks about consistency, what consistency really looks like, and how showing up in a small way every day is better than not showing up at all. And I talked about this in a recent video in regards to fitness, but I think this can apply to any area of care, whether it be turning your light off 10 minutes earlier than you ordinarily would so that you can start your unwind routine and get a good night's sleep, or throwing in a couple of carrots before your dinner. I do this stuff all the time too. The discipline piece is actually doing it. Giving yourself grace to not exert all your energy 100% of the time, because that's just simply not going to happen. It's just not, at least not for me. Probably not for you. I'll venture to guess, though I don't want to make any assumptions. Promising yourself that you will show up in a small way each time, each day, for whatever habit or activity you are trying to care for yourself with, I promise it will really make a difference. I have had a hard time in the past having self-accountability. Proving to myself that I could do things for myself was really hard. I really excelled in school with the model of someone assigning you something and you do it because you're obligated to through that assignment. A lot of my journey in adulthood has been figuring out how to hold myself accountable. Adjusting my expectations in this way has been majorly important for me. I feel like we were just having a little conversation. That was fun. I've been talking for 16 minutes, although I hope that you gathered something. Self-care is really hard, and being alive, being a person, having feelings is all hard. I see you and I'm sending you so much love. I believe in you. Your mental health is going to be a journey. My mental health is a continual journey. All we can do is keep showing up for ourselves. Basically, I have promised myself I will be there and I will be alive. We'll figure it out. So sending you lots of love on your journey towards being your own best friend. Let me know if any of this is something you've tried before, if anything resonated in a new way, or if you hate any of these ideas. They work for me, so sorry. I gotta turn my AC unit back on. The New York summers are no joke. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on all my vlog fun. I'm having a blast over here in New York City. It's been a summer of lots of activity. I am tired, but my heart is full. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you again in the next one. Okay, bye.